Good win. Good win all the way around, man. 2-0 on the campaign. And it's man, there was a lot of takeaways from this game. So many takeaways. Where can we start? I'll start with look, overall, Deuce in the starting lineup. Cap is Cap. Cap had the 31 points. I'm gonna get to Cap in a little bit, but the news with Deuce being inserted into the starting lineup. Al, you talked about this way early in the offseason. Like, how was Brown going to approach the different lineups, the different rotations? Is he going to experiment early versus going with the standard starting five? And he showed us already in the 2 games. All right, first game, let's match up with the Twin Towers. We'll go with Hukporti. This game, Hukporti doesn't even play. Let's go with Deuce. Let's match the pace. Let's match up with Boston and their ability to play small. And, forget the stat sheet because the stat sheet wasn't as kind to Deuce. But overall, I like Deuce's energy with that unit. And defensively, he was great. Offensively, as another ball handler, as another guard. If you're going to emphasize versatility in your offense and playing Cap off ball, you got to have as many ball handlers as possible to get the most out of that. And I've been saying, man, this is the year for Deuce, man. He like CK, you guys were there when he pulled up on us in Vegas, and he was doing his media rounds all season. It just seemed like another year of growth for Deuce with this team, the chemistry as a pro. And I just love his approach, man. Deuce is just playing such a tenacious game right now. I think he's going to have a great year. So it was very interesting to see him with the starters. We saw those numbers on the positive side last year in a limited sample size. And now Mike Brown saying, hey, I want to see some of this right now because, Deuce as a two-way player, as a two-way threat, and a potential ball handler. Like, we know Deuce has his limitations. But for what he is with this team, you have to put him in there. And I thought he was good tonight. Numbers be damned. I thought Deuce was really good tonight.
He was really good. And, we could talk about the limitations on his ability to get downhill, but honestly, he's going to need reps in order to do that. And we know under, the last head coach, Tom Thibodeau, he wanted Deuce to play a specific role and do specific things. Mike Brown giving him 32 minutes saying, hey, I'm going to give you opportunities to work out and show me what your game fully is. And I think that's great to empower these players, man. And that's something that I think is just constantly ringing through. And I said that even when OG went out, where you don't even bring him back and you say, you know what, we can handle it without you tonight. Go rest up, get ready for the next game. We're going to trust our bench and everybody else to go win. Same thing with McBride. Hey, you're in the starting rotation tonight. He got 32 minutes, CP. How many times do we see McBride get 32 minutes?
32.
Ever.
How many times?
Yeah,
and so because of that, it's just like goes into the whole thing of Mike Brown saying, I trust my guys and I'm going to let them go out there and work.
Yeah. And, it just seems like just coming off of that Pacers loss, that Pacers series, Dude, he felt that. His locker room comments that we got exposed and that things needed to change. You kind of just felt that energy from Deuce that he was coming back with something different this year. He's picking up 94 feet. He's getting his paint touches, and he's whipping around. I just love Deuce's approach in this game, and it really paid dividends for this team. First half, look, the Celtics shot out the gates early, and they hit their shots. Give credit to them. I really wasn't worried. I knew the numbers were going to even out eventually. But the second quarter was all Knicks. And they had a ferocious two-way run in that second quarter that really, to me, won the game.
Absolutely.
Second half, things tightened up, and Celtics made their runs. Knicks offense got a little bit cold, but it was really that second quarter for the Knicks. That was really all they needed to kind of help put it away. But, man, it almost looked like the Indy 500 out there. Is what I was saying at the watch party, man. I said, boy, this is different. So it was just cool to see them really just pushing the pace and really picking that tempo up, finding Cap off ball, Cat shooting from half court. It was crazy. Cardiac Clarkson got in there. I mean, I'm putting that order right now. Cardiac Clarkson on a Friday night Knicks. Let's
He
go.
earned that name.
He
I was
did.
yeah.
He earned that name. Yeah.
I was loving it. But yet and still, we talk about the offense. We talk about getting everybody involved and playing cap off ball. Hey, when push comes to shove and things tighten up, you go back to them.
Yep.
Like we not getting cute with this. We not just gonna take the ball out of his hands just for doing it. No. We're gonna get everybody warmed up, get him in the game, get him involved, get him responsible. But when we got to get to it in money time, when things tighten up, you go back to your guy, man. And that's what we saw tonight. Mike Brown wasn't getting cute. He saw in the third and the fourth, Cap take us home. Final 5 minutes, Cap took us home. And that's it. And that is how we want to see this thing look. Yeah, get everybody involved. Make it a equal opportunity situation. But don't forget who the guy is on this team to go out there, get buckets, and kill. And that's what we saw to take us home, man. 31 points with Captain Clutch. Great game.
Yeah, I got nothing to follow that up with. I mean, that's absolutely true. But I just gotta go. I gotta pivot to this, guys.
Yeah.
So we got the nicknames just flowing tonight, and CP's just adding to the pot at this point. We got Cardiac Clarkson. I like that one.
Cardiac Clarkson.
That's great. Put that on a shirt, man. I need that.
And you got to put on the back the Clarkson experience. Like that's the
Clarkson
shirt. You made the shirt.
The Clarkson experience has got to be like, it's like for all you Jimi Hendrix fans out there, got to be something like that. You know what I mean? Just like you got the hairdo to go with it, man. Put the psychedelic stuff behind it. Feels like that's what it is, man. You're just tripping out when you're watching Clarkson go just play basketball. But CP, I don't know if you heard this one, but shout out to Zach, Fanchise channel member, man. He said Mixtape Mike with all the different lineups.
Mike, yeah. It's so different, and it's just refreshing. It's just a different thing. Tibbs took 5 years and different players and combinations to find his way. And for those, last 3 or so, we knew what to expect. And now Mike is taking that baton and still trying to figure out what he has here. So, we're seeing Kolek and Clarkson and Deuce and, Kolek, Clarkson, Brunson. There's so many different variations, especially with the guard depth that we have on this team. Right. It's just interesting to see, Brown out there experimenting with it. But at the same time, those guys are playing very well in their role. I like the way the defense has looked over the last 2 games. These guys are in sync so far, and they have a long way to go. Kolek, yeah, he struggled tonight. A couple of bad turnovers for Tyler, but I think this is a good situation where the expectations, the competition, and the players that he's playing with, maybe that's lifting him up. And Mike Brown has shown confidence in him early.
I actually didn't hate Kolek's game tonight. I thought he actually played well. I know he didn't necessarily shoot great, but I thought that his approach to the game, still keeping that aggressive mentality. Yeah, I thought defensively he played very well tonight. What was it? Who was it that was driving? It was Derek White. Derek White drove the lane. He didn't. Kolek didn't initiate contact. He allowed Derek White to initiate contact. Could have drawn a charge almost, but then allowed, I think it was Bridges to get the steal. So stuff like that. And then seeing him just try to fly out of bounds to keep the play going or just cause the Celtics to have a turnover. It's stuff like that where I just appreciate the aggression at this point, because out in Summer League, he was not playing like that. It seemed like a guy who was very timid, a guy, as you said, CP, not as hungry. He's still trying. I got to appreciate that. I got to appreciate the effort for a young player who didn't get a lot of burn last year and now is getting a good amount of burn to start the season.
If that ref wasn't in the way, that was a fast break. I'm saying it right now. If that ref wasn't in the way, that was a fast break. Kolek saved that. The ref got in the way. So
there's a good spirit so far in these 2 games with this bench. And again, if Mike Brown wants to play fast and wants to play with the pace, then a guy like a Kolek, you need your ball handlers out there. You need your guys that can really drive this thing. So And that allows Cardiac Clarkson, to be himself, where he doesn't have to have as much ball handling duties, because that was going to be the thing, was like, how are you going to put these guys out there where you don't have to have Clarkson kind of be responsible for facilitating for everybody else? Like where Clarkson was impactful tonight, he got his 2 threes, he got his 2 off-ball opportunities, and he made the best out of it. And then Mike Brown gave him his credit for the defensive side. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how he plays off of Deuce and plays off of Kolek. But a good night tonight for Clarkson. Good night by the team. How about the big Bodega, man? 26 points, 13 boards for Call 4, 6 from downtown. And despite the grade 2 quad strain, Big Bodega dominated tonight, man.
Yeah. What do you think, CK?
Yeah, we mentioned it about Towns. Like, I was giving him credit because we love to talk about how he likes to foul. But to me, I feel like tonight was a big night in him getting fouled and getting to the free throw line. So even though the shooting percentage wasn't great, he did a great job from the free throw line. And me and Alex talked about it as well, the 3-point shooting. Like, it felt like could not miss when he had an opportunity. He only missed 2 of them. And I honestly feel like he could have had like 3 or 4 more that were left on the table. Yeah, Towns looked great tonight. He had a few me bounds down the stretch there, but, you know, Towns was definitely doing his thing, man. Double stats. And this, again, you mentioned CP. All this with the injured quad. Like, bro, come on. Yeah, I feel like he did a great job today for sure.
I still get I just still get very, very nervous with the taking off from the top of the key. I still hate those takes.
He loves them though, CP. He loves them,
man.
He loves them.
That's his game. Who was it that said he wants to play like a guard? It's true.
He does.
It's true. But the takeoff from the top of the key, man, it's just like, oh God. And then he's hitting.
There was a point where they were pressing us on the from the full court pressing us, and he had to bring the ball up. Did you see how excited he was to do that?
Oh yeah,
man. Cat wants to be a guard so bad.
Yeah.
Like you were saying earlier, I don't even know who we watching this year, man. This team is like brand new, totally different. The bench is playing, they're playing their role, they're playing well. But the one thing that's still baffling to me this year is what's up with our out of bounds plays?
Yeah.
How do we still not know how to run an out of bounds play? I thought Mike was going to come in, Midtown Mike was going to come in and get that straight. But bro, it had to be like 4 or 5 times tonight. We struggled. Yeah. We even got a 5-second call on it tonight.
They get the 5-second, right? And those, those are the turnovers. So it's like, man, those type of turnovers, you can't afford to have those. But
that was a quick 5 seconds, though. I ain't gonna lie, but continue. It felt real quick. But go ahead.
No. Just overall, I just think it's just part of just getting used to things. Just getting, hopefully they clean it up as the season progresses.
No doubt. CK, who came up with the name BBL Selly? That is
my God.
Keep me out of it, bro. That you ask the people. Yeah, CP. Yeah. So since it got brought up, Yabu Selly got a wild new nickname amongst your people, bro. The chat. they calling this man BBL Selly, bro.
Good.
Bro, what?
And I'm trying to put out the fire, but I can't. Everyone's loving it, bro.
Nah, man. No.
It's too, look, bro. They told me
I didn't come up with it. Someone came up with it on the play-by-play.
See, he knows. See, that's it. That's what I'm saying. Look, man.
No.
BBL Selly is taking over, bro.
No, sir.
They said this is a family show. This is a family show, but they said they heard him celebrating with his hands in his pockets, bro. Like they were saying crazy things in his chat, bro. They were talking crazy.
The chat was crazy with that.
I'm telling you, bro. Me and Gamba trying to put the fire out with like a squirt gun, bro. We couldn't control it, bro.
No.
I'm telling you, man.
Man, at the Apollo, man. Nah, man, we out of there. No.
You see? Yeah, see?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Hey, he's gonna find his footing, man. But
Fact.
I like it. He's fighting out there though. Yabusele's
he
fighting.
looked much better tonight.
He looked great
much
today.
better. Yeah.
I like how he's fighting on the defensive end, and this is a different situation for him. It's a difference. This ain't Philly last year where there's no Embiid. You're starting a lot of games. You're on the nah. This is different. This is different. We are running a program, and so for him and Clarkson, you got to get in where you fit in. But he's fighting out there. I do like Yabusele's fight, man. He's competing out there. He's gonna find his way. Is just gonna be? I think it's gonna be a little bit different than what we saw last year with Philly.
JC too. Clarkson,
JC
he finding his way too.
Yeah,
he looked much better tonight.
JC as well. But I also think, I said this on Ian's show yesterday. This is why I see Brown going with Kolek and even Shamet as well in those minutes. Like, you need guys that you can trust to make good decisions, right? They may not be like Kolek may give up something here, Shamet may give up something there, but they attack it with smarts. And it's not to say that Clarkson is not that way, but he's a gunner. So like his opportunities are going to be a little bit limited, and he's got to make the best out of it. But Brown sees that. He's like, all right, well, if he's got it, all right, yeah, we're going to lean on him. If you don't got it, we're going to go to the next guy. So that's what you've seen with Brown, with Clarkson, at least in these first two games. It's like he's not leaning on him. He's got to be able to deliver in those limited minutes and then to gain that trust.